That before picture of me in the thumbnail shows a bad makeup look. But I see these kinds of mistakes in women my age that just make us look older. I'm 63 now. I want to look as good as I can, and I'll bet you do too. I'll show you 6 makeup hacks to look younger instantly. I'm GloryB, and this is GloryB-TV, a lifestyle channel for mature women who want to look fabulous, feel amazing, and age gracefully. Makeup is a pretty instant thing and can transform our look quicker than skincare products, which just take longer to transform our skin. I'll walk you through my 6 makeup hacks that transform my before look into a brighter, younger look. Number 1 is under eye and inner eye areas for color correcting and brightening. Something I skipped in the before image is that I didn't do any color correcting or brightening. I have dark under eye circles that are troughs, so I need to color correct in that area. In the after image, I applied the Pixie by Petra Correction Concentrate, and I applied it to the inner eye area on both sides of the bridge of my nose and under my eyes. I applied this before foundation. The Pixie product comes in 2 color options. If you need a wider range of colors for a corrector, Bobbi Brown has a corrector product which comes in many shades. I'll have both linked in the description box below the video. In fact, all products I'm reviewing or mentioning will be in the description box. Go below the video and tap the word more to open the box. Then scroll down to where it says products shown or mentioned. I also choose a brightening concealer product, which I'll show in hack number 2, and I brighten the eye area further after I apply eyeshadow, which we'll see in a few minutes. My second hack is choosing the right foundation and concealer, applying and blending them well. For the before image, I applied the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. I have it right here today. And at first, I tried to apply it only with my fingers. The result was so awful though, I had to pull out my stipple brush to blend it out. For some reason, the foundation looks cakey on both sides of my nose and on my forehead. I tried to get some photos of it. I'm not sure you'll be able to see how cakey it was. In my younger days, this foundation may have worked well for me, but at 63, it just doesn't. In the after image, I used a full coverage foundation you may not have heard of yet. It's called, and different people pronounce it differently. I believe it's pronounced Michello. Michello. Kind of like cello, but Michello. Michello Forever Flawless Foundation, and it's from Sweden, but they sell it in the US. It's full coverage. I'm wearing the color 102 called Nude. Now, after dotting it on my face and smearing it into all of the corners, I blend it out with a slightly damp Beauty Blender sponge. This application has been a great hack for me. It can stop many foundations from caking. Then I buff it out with the stipple style brush, like this e.l.f. brush. This foundation lasts for many hours on my skin. I've been testing it out for a few weeks. I ordered it in a set of 3 called the Light Kit, but I emailed them to ask if they would swap out color number 5 for color number 103, which they did. So I got numbers 102, 103, and 104. The colors are actually quite close to each other. It has a slight luminous glow and long wearability. The link I provided below in the description box also gives you 20% off your purchase if you'd like to check it out. Now let's talk about concealer. Since I used the corrector first and the after, I choose concealer as more of a brightener. Some concealers for me are just too watery, so finding a thick, opaque consistency is what I go for. In the before image, I didn't wear any concealer, so I didn't have any brightening effects going on my face. In the after, I used the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy Concealer in the color 20B. I dot this under each eye and in the inner corner. Then I use another damp Beauty Blender sponge to blend it out. This ensures it's evenly applied and it's not too thick. The third hack is brightening and highlighting other areas of your face. In the before image, I didn't brighten or highlight any area of my face. In the after, I used a highlighter that has no shimmer, and it's actually called an under eye cover cream by Emlyn. You can also use a lighter concealer product like the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy I used in the last hack. I've been using the Emlyn product for many years. You have to know your own face to know where you want to highlight and then experiment. I chose to put a bit on both sides of my nose. You can also highlight the very tops of your cheekbones. Then I use a flat stipple style brush to buff it out. It brightens the face in such a subtle way, no one will really notice your makeup products. Your face will just have some light and dimension. The fourth hack is choosing the right eyebrow pencil product. In the before image, I didn't use any eyebrow product. Over the years, my brows went from being super dark and thick due to my Greek heritage on my mother's side to the eyebrow hairs getting less coarse, really fine, and lighter in color, and I have less brow hair. So I need an eyebrow product. And lucky for me, doing your brows is in style. One of the easiest I've found to use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It's not too hard and it's not too soft. You don't need to sharpen it. I use the color Taupe. Another product line with great brow products that are very affordable is Morphe. I like their dual-ended pencil and spoolie in the color Biscotti. After applying the brow pencil, I use the spoolie end to brush them out to make them look more natural. That brings us to the eye area and hack number 5. Choosing the right eyeshadow shades and applying eyeshadow colors to the right area and placing eyeliner in the correct area. Let's take a look at my before picture again. First, addressing the eyeliner. I use brown coal pencil eyeliner from Lancome and applied it all around my eye. That eyeliner drawn under the entire eye just pulls my eyes downward. Then for the eyeshadow, I made multiple mistakes. I put a matte dark taupe from Bobbi Brown all over the mobile lid. Then I put a dark shimmer from an e.l.f. palette in the crease and transition area. And then I used a light shimmer from the e.l.f. palette under the brows. Very 1970s era eyeshadow application. Not a good look. So let's see how I fix this by starting over. For the after look, I applied the same Lancome Kohl brown eyeliner, but only to the upper lid. Then I used this thin rougher brush. I gotta show you this. I love this brush. Really small, soft, and shadow goes only where you put this little brush. It's this little thin brush, and I applied a dark taupe eyeshadow to this over that eyeliner, and then at the lower lashes, but only about 1/3 of the outer part of the eye. I didn't bring it under the entire eye area, on the lower eye area. For the eyeshadow, I applied a light cream matte color from the e.l.f. palette all over the entire eye area from lid to brow. Then from the Bobbi Brown palette, I chose the lighter matte taupe and applied that with another rougher brush in the transition area above the crease. Then I applied the darker matte taupe to the outer V area. From the e.l.f. palette, I applied the shimmer black cherry color using a rougher brush to the outer mobile lid, and I used the light shimmer called Blanc on the rest of the mobile lid. I blended out all of this. Next, I was back to brightening the eye area, which I mentioned back in hack number 1. Using a Stila eyeliner in the color Abalone, I applied a bit of this to the inner eye area on both sides of the bridge of my nose. Then I applied the Jaclyn highlighter using a tiny brush to the very inner corner of each eye. After all this, I applied mascara off camera, which brings me to hack number 6. Choosing the right lip shades. Let's look at my before picture truly. In the before, red lipstick isn't for me. between the lip color, the eyeliner, and the lack of eyebrow product, I think I look like a mime. So I'm going to lighten up the lips and show you a few options I thought worked well with the brown top I'm wearing and the gold earrings to give me a younger look. I went for warm tones in lip shades. For this first option, I'm using L'Oreal Tropical Coral. I blot that with the tissue. Then I apply L'Oreal Peach Fuzz, which is a lighter shade and has some shimmer. To top it off, I just love the Pixi by Petra lip icing in the color Cookie. For the second option, I started with Urban Decay's Vice lipstick in the color Naked. I topped that with L'Oreal's Peach Fuzz and then topped that with the Pixi lip icing. My third option is a single lipstick. This is the Clinique Dramatically Different Lipstick Shaping Lip Color in Sugared Maple. I think it looks great by itself, and that's what I'm wearing now. I'm checking in my mirror. Yep, that's what I'm wearing. For the fourth option, I also chose a single lipstick, and this one is also from Clinique as well. It's the Clinique Pop Lip Color in Nude Pop. It's also a lighter warm tone. And my fifth option, and perhaps the lightest color tone, is the MAC lipstick in Cream Cup. I think all of these colors give me a more youthful look than the bright red lipstick. If you'd like to see my recent reviews of several foundations for mature skin, I have one video on high-end foundations and a second video on drugstore foundations. Click their images on the right side of your screen, and I'll see you in the next video.